Hello, everybody, and welcome back to more. God damn it! All right, Super Street Fighter music. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to more Starladder / I-League Invitational action here. We're coming down to the wire. It's the back end of the European qualifier, and we have a doozy here for you today. Team Spirit taking on Team Ad Finem. I will take the time now to introduce my co-caster. Going to be joining me remotely. I got none other than Mr. Ryu Boris. Alan, welcome back, my friend. I'm going to take this moment to show everybody my fancy bracket overlay that I have conjured up myself. And we are down now, Ryu, to the final four of this qualifier. Ad Finem versus Spirit, as we see here. And then in our next series, I believe it's Danish Bears versus Vega Squadron. Who is your money on that's going to be coming out on top and making it out of these final four?
Dire team pick.
Hold that thought just a second. My thing, I got to dingle it. Hello, are you there? Oh, hold on. Is it my end? Is it your end? Oh, come on, little buddy. Do I have you muted? No? Oh, wait, I know why. Sorry. Boris, can you hear me right now? Okay, you can hear me right now, but now I can't hear you. Okay, let me move this thing. Hello? Okay, hello?
Hello.
Okay, all right, here's what happened, Ryu.
I couldn't hear you at all.
I did an amazing intro, and it all went really well, and then I posed a question. I sent it your way, and I realized that I didn't have my mic unmuted on Skype. So, that's my bad. In a nutshell, we're down to 4 teams left. Ad Finem, Team Spirit, Danish Bears, and Vega. Who do you think is going to be walking out from the 4 with the 1 qualifier spot?
I want to say either the Danish Bears or Team Ad Finem.
Okay.
Really?
The hype behind Ad Finem is there. Can you? And I was going to go with this next, because I believe you casted one of their games, or at least some of them recently. For maybe myself or people who are stopping by who don't know this team, how would you describe them in their playstyle?
I mean, they almost qualified for the We Play, coming a little bit short, and Liquid just beat them out barely, and they were doing an amazing run during that tournament as I was casting them. And I think their playstyle is just, they like to just run at people a lot of the times, and they're not as proactive as Pro Dota we saw in the yesterday game against Vega, but they know how to put the pressure on at the 10 to 20 minute mark when they know when to pressure, and then they can fall back. Their late game isn't the best, but it is still up there with some of the other teams. And against Team Spirit, their play styles are going to be clashing a little bit, where they normally like to Team Spirit, they want to get this OD, they want to get this huge farmer, or like a Spectre, and they want to just kind of take it into the later stages of the game. But for Ad Finem, sometimes they run a Slark, and sometimes they just run at you. So it just depends on how they want to play.
Most people would come into this matchup and say it's all about Team Spirit. We already know them for being a pretty big name in the CIS scene, but now they have recently acquired the likes of Funnick and have a pretty nice, well-rounded lineup here. But you don't believe that Spirit could pull this one out. You're thinking Ad Finem is going to be able to take the series overall. We're now looking at a Funnick Batrider, by the way, and the OD was their first pickup. Ad Finem, who won the coin toss with their first pick, grabbed the Bounty Hunter right away. That does limit the hero pool quite significantly from the side of Spirit. And then they're going to follow it up with the Beastmaster here. So tons of map control already. I believe we saw this duo even come out yesterday in one of our games, Ryu. I can't remember exactly which one, but...
yeah, it was Pro Dota. I'm pretty sure that ran it. I don't think they won because it was with Sexy Bamboo on the Beastmaster, and then the Bounty Hunter was played by, dang it, forgot. Sucks when I forget the support's name, because normally you know all the cores at times, because whoa, he made this huge play, but it's leaving my mind now. Poor guy. He's played an amazing game yesterday. I know our Zeke handled that Winter Wyvern perfectly, but I'm trying to figure out the other name.
Roger, right?
Roger, yeah.
Roger.
So,
played a lot in
Roger
Enchantress. Yeah, and he's overall just a standout name that I'm going to be looking forward to seeing more of in the future. But back to the matter at hand. Team Spirit now. Third pick is going to be the Zeus here. So can't help but casually throw out the name Spectre as a plausible option for their late game core. But hefty burst, and you know what? It makes me a bit nervous for you. We were talking about Zeus a bit yesterday and how in his mid lane. He's not very good at matching up in the head-to-head, but as far as getting CS, he's phenomenal with. But now he's a Zeus in a game where there's going to be a bounty hunter out there. It's great to have him, though, because you get the free detection. But if he is kind of caught off guard a bit, this bounty hunter could roll through him. And any game where bounty hunter has a fantastic start typically leads to an early track in a nice mid game. So, do you say otherwise, Ryu? You are a big mid player after all. Being a Zeus in the game with a bounty hunter on the other side, scary or not?
No, I would just run away in fear. Can't even go to the jungle. That's the biggest part. You just have to hope that you have wards down, sentries. You hope to win out in that early game situation where you can de-ward the bounty hunter, but at the same time you don't start off with tangos, and so normally the bounty hunter will. So he's able to immediately de-ward you, and then he'll have 2 sentries, so he can de-ward again, and then Zeus has a really hard time of doing that, where you have that 60-second window. But on the other side of things, you need another hero. Like we talked about, you can just pick any hero right now in the mid lane, as we talked about yesterday, and you can do really well. Like a Tiny right now would just blow up the Zeus, and it could set up a lot of ganks. You can even toss in the bounty hunter when he's in Viz, and that's something really cool too. And then once he has that Janata, the Zeus is not escaping. So I really do love the Tiny pickup in the mid lane. I wish teams would use it more against the greedy Zeus heroes, but I don't know if Team AF or AD here will pick it. But like you said, I don't know what they're going to do from Team Spirit right now, because this might even be a support Zeus, because right now all of their damage is magic, and they don't have a physical damage dealer right now. OD and okay, so that helps out at least a little bit for the physical aspect. But OD safe lane, Zeus probably in the mid, or they could maybe get, like talked about, really greedy. Now they have the Doombringer, another greedy hero, so probably the Zeus will be handled in the mid lane and get a reliable support, because the synergy between Arc Lightning and Essence Aura isn't that bad. And if you get those procs off, I could see Zeus support working out a little bit okay. It's like having that chakra on a hero reliably early on, and you just spam it out to help you in the laning.
That's the dream right there for Zeus. Good procs there, hanging out with your buddy OD. And this is a Goblack draft after all, so you can't really go past him for any of these options. Off lane Zeus, support Zeus. This is a guy who is not afraid to put on the tinfoil hat and begin to go to work in the drafting phase. So we'll have to see. But nonetheless, if this is not support Zeus, and I don't think it will be anything near that 5 position, they'll need someone to kind of be the very selfless one in this game. Still some great options for that role, stuff like the Witch Doctor. We've seen Lich even come out recently, and we know Lich Doom has good potential together. But look at this, a little bit of a throwback coming out from Adfinem that we don't get to see a lot of anymore. Wind Ranger going to be grabbed up. Should have a good head-to-head matchup against the Zeus here. But they, I guess it's just one of the better options. Bans even on the Queen of Pain. Invoker obviously taken off the table. OD being grabbed up. Could have gone for something totally dirty, like a Viper or something, let's say, but having Wind Ranger adds extra tools to help with something like the Bat Rider who gets a lasso off, and might still be okay even under a Doom. I say that very vaguely, but and then the final grab for Spirit, he's another beefcake Ogre. Big, huge armor, huge hero regen. Not typically 5 position kind of a hero, but nonetheless can be a bodyguard.
I'm trying to figure out what they want to do from AD here. They could pick Spectre themselves and be everywhere on the map, like hit a Shackle, go for the kill, Beastmaster Roar, go for the kill. But in certain situations, the Spectre could get bursted down. I'm having a big problem now for Team AD. They need some kind of either BKB and Lincoln's hero, just to counteract the Doom in these later game situations where you don't have your primary
would be
core.
Awesome? Like a core Skeleton King. Wraith King, sorry.
No. It can't. That's a really amazing hero, but against the OD, it just gets shredded. Because then he takes away 2 orb hits. Morphling against OD, it's kind of like the same thing where you get hit twice and then you're not able to really waveform away. It's really a bad hero against the OD. Once he gets his shotgun, it could be really good, but he just takes too much damage from the right clicks, and then it affects his morph too, and it's just a really hard hero. I think a lot of teams in China experimented with the OD versus Morphling during the major and before, and it wasn't working out. That's why they kind of got crushed. They were like, oh, we're gonna bank all on this Morphling, and then it just got completely shut down by all the ODs.
But I feel like though if I had suggested Ember Spirit, you also would have been like, I don't know, only because it's into something like the Doom here. So what are your thoughts on Ember Spirit being the option instead? Is it going to be okay as long as he could stay evasive and
10
avoid
seconds
the troubling
remaining.
Doom and lockdown that could come out from Team Spirit?
5
I like it
seconds
more
remaining.
now in this situation, either Ember or Spectre, so you have that global presence. That's what AF have to do really well. They just keep ganking and catching Team Spirit off guard. He's going to go for that Boots of Travel
Prepare
most
for
likely as
battle.
his first big item for Madara, and then he's going to go transition around the game, be very aggressive, and then just pull ahead. That's what they have to do. And my biggest problem was going to be their pushing power, but with Wind Ranger getting a fast Agnems, that will help out a lot. They also have the Beastmaster with the Inner Beast aura. So they have a bit of pushing power, whereas on the other side, Team Spirit are just all about surviving, tanking through it with the big, I want to say the big Doom and the Ogre, and they gonna just team fight you once they have the blinks online for the Batrider.
I'm real excited to
So-
see Adfinem also just perform. This is going to be my first time casting him, and for you to come in and say that they're a pretty top-notch team to look out for and possibly even slated to win the qualifier spot, and the success they've already found in the We Play qualifier should be a good time. Madara, a lot of hype behind this guy playing the Ember Spirit. I googled Madara, and I found Madara Uchiha from Naruto.
Madara.
Madara. Oh, Madara. All right, my bad, bro.
Oh, I don't know how to say his name either.
Okay, okay.
Because
Mad
either it's
Era.
Because Madara Uchiha is for Naruto, and then some other casters say Madara. So for me, I wish people maybe in the chat will let me know what is
Well,
better. But
Based on his
30
icon here,
seconds to
right?
battle.
It's another anime. So by deduction, I would
Okay, so
assume
it's
it's probably
Naruto.
leaning towards the side of Naruto for this one.
Naruto.
So that would be
That's-
Madara, right? Or did I say
No,
it wrong?
Madara.
Madara. Okay. I'm gonna say Madara. I bet the whole way.
You're gonna say